Although I do not agree with your opinion, because I believe that whatever job someone does, you have to work your children into your schedule. You can't just live for your children. You have to have a life of your own.
I agree with that too. That's why you don't get pregnant in the military, because you want to live your life and be all that you can be.
You can still have children in the military. I mean, you can still have children in the military.
It depends on what you do. It depends on what you do for your job.
Well, it doesn't depend on what you do.
We're going to have this conversation after the show as well. I know it, because you and I definitely see differently on this, and that's okay, because we are different. We are different, and that's okay.
You know, it's funny. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, you know what?
It's often we agree, though. It's often we agree.
Exactly.
Very
what I'm thinking, when we get home and we look at Facebook and our emails,
it's going to be fun.
We may have some hate stuff.
Whatever. You know, things happen. People have their opinions. And you know what? If they have a problem with it, tell them they can call you. Don't call me with it. I don't want to.
I am not the one that was hating, okay? I think you should have all of your privileges, number one. I think that whatever job you decide to do your best at it, children or no children.
I agree with that.
But, you know, rights... I think someone fighting in the military and to come home and to not have things that you should have had, you know, and that what makes it sad.
And see, that's a total, you know, you and I agree on that. I do agree that when you come home, you should have things back in order because of what you were doing. Believe me, the patriotism is there. I understand that part. I'm just, you know, my opinion on the military mamas. But we're going to talk about something happy-go-lucky.
Okay, what's happy-go-lucky?
Happy-go-lucky is That's a Good Thing award. We're going to give this to someone today that I think is just awesome. He's doing his thing. I know most of you have heard the story about Ted Williams. Let's give Ted Williams a big hand. Woo! You go, Ted. And you know what? If you don't know who Ted Williams is, just go on Google, type in Ted Williams, and you will see all the videos and hear so much about this guy. He is an overnight sensation. He is known as the man with the golden voice. He happened to, he was a homeless man. And I say was because as of yesterday, he's not a homeless man anymore. He was a homeless man. He would carry a sign saying, you know, I will talk for you or please give me money or food to hear my golden voice. So what he would do is people would pull up to the side and he would say, thank you, this is such and such and such for such and such. And I can't do it, of course, but he had such a great voice. It sounded like it was coming right out of a radio stream. It was awesome. And this man, someone heard him, the right person heard him. Then it just went boom, viral into all the computers and everyone was videotaping it.
Exactly, because I tried to look at it off the clip you sent me from Google and I couldn't get it. They said infringement rights.
You know what? Because so many people were doing it, and someone picked him up. He got picked up already.
I know,
he
the Cavaliers.
Got a job. The Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers. He's going to be announced for Cavaliers for 2 years, and they gave him a house.
Yeah.
The Lakers also called for him.
He got to see his mom, his 93-year-old mom, after so many years.
But you know, let's give a little bit. We don't know a whole lot of backstory because we're just going off what's been current. But what I did hear that he said is that he used to be a radio announcer. He used to be on the radio in Cleveland, where he's from. And of course, he got drugs and alcohol. But he's also said he's been clean for 2 years.
Right.
So let's pray that, you know, that experience of how long, I don't know how long he was homeless, but however long he was in that experience, that he's learned a lesson, because now he says he's learned his lesson.
And you know what? Sometimes life is the best teacher. And he's been out there on hard times on the street for a while. And you know what? He seemed very humble. He seemed very sincere. And I just say, God bless you, Ted. I hope that it all goes well. I hope your mom is happy and proud of you. And, you know, I'm happy. I'm proud of you.
You know, I am too. Good luck, Mr. Williams. And, you know, hopefully soon we'll see you right here with Kacey.
Yeah, maybe on the Kacey and Felicia show. That would be awesome.
We need a couple of good announcements.
Actually, we might be on your show. That would
be You know what I like about this world and society we live in, the free country that we do live in, the democracy that we do live in because of our military. What I like about it is that someone like Ted, who had on hard times, can come back and make a difference. And that is what I like so much about our country. And what we stand for is, because what's happened is someone could come from nothing and could be, you know, come from nothing and end up here with everything. And that's what I want people to start realizing and let this story teach you a lesson, is that,
definitely.
you know,
we all all
like
deserve
that.
a second chance, sometimes a third chance, you know. People like Ted, he obviously didn't give up on himself, you know. He was very grateful. He's a man of God, of his understanding.
Of course.
And he also says that, you know, he's thankful. He thanks God every day, and he's, you know, he stayed prayed up, and that's what's important. I'm very, very happy.
And you know what? He had to have patience. You know, it was going to make things were going to happen to him and change for him. And I think that so many people don't realize they think their life is in this situation, they're getting stuck there.
Right.
And it may feel like you've been in this situation, you know, you've been broke and down on your luck for a year to 2 years, 3 years. Like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? But it is going to happen, you know. And I hope that the lesson that everybody takes away from Mr. Williams' story is that it does happen. You got to, like you always say, you got to stay prayed up.
Yeah, you got to stay prayed up. That's definitely.
If you don't, you never know what's going to happen in that moment. I mean, like Kacey, what was your dream about? You know, did you ever think we'd be here doing this show?
Oh, you're so funny.
You know, disagreeing left and right. You know, military mamas go.
You know, nothing wrong with military mamas.
Did you ever think, you know, that we'd be here at this point? You know.
Well, you know, it's funny because, you know, you and I, we had our own show. We still have our own shows.
Yes.
You know, and for years I've been doing my show, and I've always been a loner, a rebel when it came to my show, you know. I didn't think that I'd be doing this with Felicia. No, I didn't. And, you know, I'm glad, you know, whatever it was that either you saw or I saw, that we saw in each other, it brought us here today. And I think that, you know, I feel blessed to have you as my friend and my co-partner, co-producer on this show.
Exactly. Because you know what? It makes a difference. You know, we both love doing our own show. And in our own show, we bring guests on and we talk about gas. And both of our shows really talk about we try to empower people. Whatever they're doing, we try to give them the platform to come in and talk. So if anybody has anything that you'd like to speak about, something that empowers your community, the children, seniors, whatever it may be, we need you to, you know, call us up, you know, hit us up on Facebook, you know, check us out on email. You know, Kacey is SCV The Spotlight, and mine's just Talking with Felicia. We always want to set a platform from other people because we have this platform, so we want to be like a tunnel so someone can, you know, if they move through us. I got that from Diana Ross.
That's good. You're so funny.
I got that. She said she wanted to. I saw at this concert she wanted to be a tunnel for people to move through. Or if I can be that vehicle or there are tunnels that people can move through. But I just want everybody to know that, you know, in addition to this, we also have separate shows that you can come on and see the platform. You can go check us out on scvtv.com or our website or Facebook. And you know,
we even have a Kacey and Felicia. Is it Kacey and Felicia show at gmail.com?
Yes, you can email us, Kacey and Felicia at gmail.com. And basically what we're doing is we want to reach out to our community and to the public, to kids and parents, and let everybody know, hey, we have a platform and we want people to come in and say, hey, we want to talk about something. Right. Even if it's, you know, the most important thing about me and Kacey, although we do not agree at all about the whole military mama.
I can't believe you're going to keep saying I'm going to hear this so much.
Yeah, she is, and not just from me.
So much.
But, you know, the point about we respect each other enough to say, hey, you know what? I understand your opinion. I understand my opinion. We give each other that respect, so this way, so that we're not walking off the set being mad at each other. No, we're not going to be mad at each other.
Because this is something that, you know, we both, as we say, we both have opinions about this. Everyone has an opinion. And if you can look at the show and take anything away from the show, what we suggest you take away is the idea of being able to agree to disagree and still be friends and still understand that it's just someone's idea. We have how many disclaimers per show? We have so many disclaimers per show because we know that people are very sensitive. We're trying, you know, we don't want everyone to say, oh my God, can you believe she said that? And
yeah, you know, she did.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
I said it.
We can stand it and own it.
But that's because we feel comfortable with you, our audience, knowing that you understand that this is just talking. Kacey and Felicia show, talking to you, and hopefully you can give us some feedback.
Yeah, we really want some feedback. We really want to. We like to give people what they want, you know. And before the show had started, we were talking about, you know, our topic. I was telling our military moms, and I was like, oh, we're gonna be going at it. And I ran across. I thought about Oprah, and I remember.
Of course, I knew you weren't going to get through this show without saying Oprah.
So, you know, Oprah has this new network, so I want to, you know, we usually do a Good Thing Award, and I want to give it to Oprah. So, may I have the award?
No, I just did it. I gave it to Ted.
You gave it to Ted.
So we're about to have another one.
Yeah, we have another one.
Okay, you want to give it to Oprah? Okay, you give it to Oprah.
Okay, this is the Good Thing Award. And even though we usually just do one a show, but I really want to do this one for Oprah because Oprah has just started her own TV network called OWN. And I know a lot of you know that both Kacey and myself had tried to, we auditioned for the show. And, you know, we didn't get it, but, you know, we want to congratulate the people who did get it. And we both will be watching the show.
Yes.
But I like the fact that this woman is so powerful that she can start her own network and she has really good shows. And all of her shows are based on helping people.
Well, you know why. Let me hand you this. You know why Oprah is doing so well and because she's such a helpful person naturally? Is because she's Aquarius.
Aquarius.
That's right. She is a natural humanitarian, and I give her big kudos for that because I know people like you, Oprah, you make the world go round, and we thank you.
Exactly. I want to thank you also. I've been watching her new network. Like, my TV has been glued to it, and it's really good shows. She has the Master Class, and she's still interviewing people, but not like what we used to. Not like, you know, she's sitting across from them. You know, they're doing most of the talking. And then she has the Clutter Show, which I really like. You know, I'm always trying to find ways to clean the clutter out of my house, which I really like that show. And she has a weight loss show, which is very good.
When is she going to have Kacey and Felicia on her show? When is that going to happen?
Soon, we hope.
Well,
you know what? I want to thank you. Kacey and I would like to thank you for joining us on another episode of the Kacey and Felicia Show. So stay tuned because this is going to be one exciting year that we are going to be putting our mouths in everybody's opinions and ideas of how to make a difference this year and every year, you know. And like I always said to Kacey, you know, this is what we enjoy. And I think that what comes across to our audience. And we also want to thank everybody for the emails that we've gotten and the thank yous on Facebook and all the accolades that we got about our show. So next time on the Kacey and Felicia Show.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.